Hello everyone, welcome to Pushpa's English classes. Today we are going to do the text Glimpses of India from Grade 10 First Flight book. So we are going to do the first chapter from Glimpses of India, that is A Baker from Goa. The text reads as, this is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. So this text tells you about a traditional Goan village baker who still holds significant place in his society. And the narrator also tells you how his elders are often heard remembering those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. So we come to know that, bread making started from the Portuguese days. They were the lovers of bread. Bread making was an art which needed perfection. And the writer tells us this, we still have amongst us the mixers, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. So three things or three areas of specialization was mixing it, molding it, and then baking it, right? So those age-old time-tested furnaces still exist. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. So the writer tells you that, we still have the mixers, molders, and those who bake the loaves. We still have this time-tested furnaces, and we also have the sound of the traditional baker's bamboo, every morning, which could be heard in some places. So he tells us that maybe the father is not alive, but this family tradition has been carried on by their sons. So the profession has been carried by the baker's descendant, and the bakers in Goa are known as peddlers. So in this part of the text, we see that the author, he remembers his childhood days. He tells us that, they used to be their friend, companion, and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. The bakers used to come at least twice a day. It was once in the morning when they were on their selling round, and then when they were returning home after emptying their huge basket. So he even says, what was the thing that woke us from sleep? Was it to meet them, or was it the love of the bread? So to this he himself answers by saying that not at all. It was not the love of the loaf, because that could be brought by some peskin or bestin, the maid servant of the house. So they ran for getting the bread bangles. What really made them awake from sleep was the love of bread bangles, which they used to choose very carefully because it was specially made sweet bread. So in this part of the text, the author tells us about the delivering of the loaves of bread, right? So the baker made his musical entry on the scene with the zang zang sound of a specially made bamboo staff. So here he says that as the baker came, they used to call out the lady of the house and wish her, good morning. The children would be pushed aside and the loaves would be delivered to the maid servant. The author recalls the aroma of the loaves that filled the air. The children would not even brush their teeth and used to eat bread bangles made of bread with tea. So I'll tell you the lines of the text. It says, but we would not give up. We would climb a bench of the or the parapet and peep in the basket somehow. I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. Okay, it filled the air. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Bread bangles were made specially for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. And why should we? Who'd take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? And why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed his teeth. So we see that in this part of the text, the writer tells us that, the children never bothered to brush their teeth, but enjoyed eating bangles of bread, and that too with tea. So in this part of the text, the writer tells us about importance of bread in traditional ceremonies. The various kind of breads, they were very important for all occasions. No marriage was said to be complete until and unless the traditional bowl was served. I have underlined, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the ball. Again, the lady of the house, on the occasion of the daughter's engagement, they had to make sandwiches, right? Again, cakes and bolinhas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. So I've already marked it here in this presentation. Ball was served in marriage. If it was an engagement, it was sandwiches, and if it's Christmas, it is cakes and bolinhas. So we have seen, how breads occupy important place in traditional ceremonies as well. Bol and bolingers are different varieties of bread. So this part of the text talks about the baker's dress. The baker or the bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as the kabai. I have underlined that kabai. So it was a long frock which reaches down to the knees, or a shirt and a trousers, which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So even today, if anybody dares to go out in the stairs wearing half pants, he's referred to as pedder, that is baker. The writer in this part of the text tells us how bread making was a profitable profession. So the baker, usually collected his bills at the end of the month. All his accounts were written on a wall in the premises with a pencil. It was a profitable profession in the old days because the Portuguese were lovers of fresh baked loaves. The bakers, his family members, and all his servants looked prosperous and happy. So even today, a person with a jackfruit like physical appearance, that means a person with a good build is seen is compared to a baker. So I hope you understood the text. If you liked my video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.